Yo, yo, yo. What's up? Um, Here's the next page to my book. So, yeah, go ahead and read it. I learned to stop time traveling. A corporate analyst who investigates a failed colonization project encounters the strangest case ever. A ghostly colony with no record of anything catastrophic or any indication of what went wrong. The people are simply gone. When he's just going to write it off, he noticed something else is missing. Can he reconstruct the past from the hole that deleted itself? Here's his report. The report. Hey Wish, I found a box. A box of writings. This is what it reads. Look, my name is Inota, born 1990. They looked human-like to me, and I feel two entities in my room. One female, one male. Oh no, they spotted me. I have to jump through the quasar. Here's the box. So, let's go on to the next page. They're just basically like little chapters, short stories, poems I wrote. Um, this one's called Dark Light, Bright Night, I guess. Um, says, Greeting my lost mindful ones. I am a wish star. My earth-given name is Inota Zetra, and I had a friend Kirk amongst peers of the time and place it need be. Inota was born of an Aquarian star system of the year 1990, 27th of January. California was a place filled with heavy watchers, and Inota's mother was accused of sleeping with the brother of her husband, which the husband stood by his wife and fled to Texas to flee the watchers. Inota, unaware he might be a demigod, lived a weird mystical life that was normal to those who knew its secrets. Eyes have had a long journey that yet seems so fast, or vice versa. When they say knowledge is power and it's how you use it, to know creates the cause and effect in one's life. In this book follows many journeys of many men in the ages and stages of growth with knowledge gained. I followed the words of thought, and more I dove deeper, the deeper I understood I dove. I was able to sort out and put into practice in the material world. To I in I's journeys for stability, I's trinity was the physical, spiritual, and mental strength combined. One can overcome adversities in turn to help or inspire others to use the power we all have within. When all are in divine sync with Chronos, people, places, and things act accordingly. If a gear slips or falls out of place, you can always fix it. Even when you place you between the F and N, the world is a great mystery, and I was in search of understanding and a knowing. Next page. Knowing of how much I did not. When I adopted this new way of thinking, would affect how eyes would view or perceive the world around me. Me was the cat down the street on the Avenue of Tears. Mystery only at once with practice over time became new knowledge. The impossible no longer kept its mystery. In the ages of young, from birth to teens, I never really knew my own power of thought and life, nor did I question things beyond the average children close in my ages of young. To have many experiences was to gain knowledge, thus wisdom I know, yet not. Experiences critical to the subtle, but experiences nonetheless. Were and are building blocks for the spirit within oneself. Awish saw Inota lose his father through divorce. Inota was barely 5 years into his mortal life, barely even coming to know his senses of only 5 being taught in his ages. These senses of 5 were to be known as separated image sensory brain chemical balance modulator. Um, Number one, sight. Number two, hearing. Number three, touching. Number four, tasting. Number five, smell. Awish would imagine a child losing either parent in any way, shape, or form, such as separation by divorce, prison, even death, is hard on everyone. Now be known to me not to challenge any situation over another's. Inota did not understand it because he overstood all he thought he knew. At this point in the time, Inota was not meant to understand, only to know and grow through it. Inota was on a planet called Noet Kurstit. On this planet, one planet called in a major galaxy named Thought, where anything of something to nothing was neither good nor bad. On this planet called Noet Kurstit, they had a currency that was universal and known by all. The beings called this currency Snow-It-Om. From law and order to the criminal were brainwashed by their own government. Hence these beings' life lessons be self-hate to survival back to self-hate. It was this type of mentality that had these beings trapped in strife and struggle, in cycles. There are many religions, many rules, many different life forms and creatures seen to the unseen that roam the states. The history on Noah Kurtzid would tend to repeat itself through the ages. Although the ages communication grew between beings and creatures plus all one perceives to the senses. These communications consist of numbers, letters, and symbols, unable to let go of everything previously taught to be true and open the mind and eyes of the heart. They they may perish like fallen civilizations unknowing of Kirsted's history and past events. Inota had collected a lot of snow at Ohms and stored it to have when he would travel the states. Inota was unaware what the chi bills would affect the meaning of states that he would even be in. In Snow at Ohms, man even had demons or entities who could appear mortal and take every hardship like mortals. Mortals gave up all hope, waiting for one king of all glory to stop and end these gruesome views that the eye flinches in terror and ceases to reopen. And that was that chapter. Hope you liked it. That was Dark Light, Bright Night. Let me tell you a little bit about it, explain it. Obviously that has symbols and stuff, but I want to get into depth what I was talking about. It's like myself, like I don't know, I was thinking, like I said, I think of like, yes, I don't know if you want to call it multiple personalities, if you, I don't know what you want to call it, but voices and stuff, and to deal with it, I kind of like project it as somebody else, but so it's like a corporate analyst, but all these characters are pretty much just me. But like the corporate analyst, he's going into like getting into yourself, but trying to make it like a book to where everybody could relate to it too, but it really does have a lot of depth and meaning. Like, when I was born, it's kind of like an autobiography, fairy tale kind of thing. Dark Light, Bright Night, basically that's my name backwards. That's how I put my name in the book. Kirk is another personality I had, named Crook. It was real bad in my past. I did a lot of bad shit. But basically, if you knew me, you would understand the depth of what this is meaning, hopefully. You know what I mean? Because, really just about my journey into myself, I guess. Or what I went through. Now that I'm understanding it, I'm trying to write about it and make a book about it, kind of, but also like a story or fairy tale kind of way. I don't know if that makes sense, but trying here, I'm trying to cope and write and get these things out of my head, or just try to do something that'll help others. That's all I'm trying to do, is help someone. You know what I mean? I don't really care. I used to want fame and all that, but None of that really matters anymore. Just if I'm not helping someone, I don't feel good. You know, that's all there is to it. Thank you. I hope you like my videos. I'm gonna keep reading. Probably in another video in a little bit. Gotta see, my son's eating right now. I gotta see what he's almost done. He's stuck on the damn tablet. But the next chapter will be called Lack of Christ Consciousness and Experiences. That's the next one I'm gonna get into. I'll see y'all in a bit.